Hey guys, how's it going? This is Trent here at Rexburg Motorsports, here to do another machine walk around with some of the cool machines that we've got here on our floor. Now today we're going to go over the Honda CRF450RX. Now the 450RX is going to be an awesome bike for a lot of you riders out there, and I'll tell you why here in just a little bit. But the 450RX is for those riders that you don't do a track ride all that often, but you still want all that track focused power, the lightweight chassis and stuff that you get with the race bikes. The 450RX blends all of the race bike features with just a few little bare bones to make it happy on the trail and in the desert and at the dunes. So with this 450RX, Honda set it up again. This is with the race bike frame and the race bike motor, even the exhaust system. No spark arresters, no choked up catalytic converters or anything like that with some of the dual sports or the other trail only bikes. So this is bare bones race bike with just a few small add-ons. What they added on to make the RX super great for the desert and for the trails, so you don't have to worry about pinched flats and stuff. They threw an 18-inch wheel on this. Now the race bike comes with a 19-inch wheel. So where the 18-inch comes in is it gives you more sidewall. So when you're hitting logs and rocks and hitting the things that you'll see at the trails and in the desert, you're not going to have the risk of running a flat as much as you will with the bigger 19-inch rim. They also gave you a bigger tank. This has got a 2.25 gallon tank, which is about 3/4 of a gallon bigger than the race bike. So you'll have a little bit more time out on the trails and track before you have to come in for a fuel up. And then the other thing they did was they added a kickstand. Now the kickstand's nice for when you're out in the desert and you don't have a tree to lean up your bike against or anything like that, and you don't want to lay down a $9,500 dirt bike. So it's got the kickstand there for nice easy convenience when you need to stop for a break. The other thing they did with this bike was they revalved the suspension front and rear to get it set up. Now this suspension on here, this has got the same 49mm Showa A-kit style fork that is on their race bike. They just soften it up just a little bit, just for that trail chop and for the desert bumps and stuff like that. So for those of you riders that again want the track focused machine, but you're maybe not hitting up the 140-foot doubles, or you're not hitting some of the whoop sections and stuff like that you'll see on a motocross track, this fork and this shock is set up great for that type of riding, where it'll give you all the suspension performance of the race bike, but a little bit softer settings so that you can absorb that track chop and have a good soft ride. Now, as far as track goes, and motor goes with this machine, this Honda rips. This motor came out in 2017, and since 2017, Honda has found more and more power each year, and 2019 was a huge year for them finding power. Now, according to Motocross Action, who dynos all these bikes, Honda's 450 is the only one that breaks 60 horsepower stock. Think about that. That is nuts. That's so much power. I remember I have a magazine from 2004 when they tested Ricky Carmichael's Works 450, and they were toting, holy cow, this thing's got 60 horse. 60 horse stock in 2019. That's insane. Works bike power for the common man in 2019. That's phenomenal. This motor is where it does make 60 horsepower. It's a brute, but the cool thing with how they built this, with the modern day fuel injection, and the way that they've got ignition timing, it's super manageable. Just about any rider can jump on this 450 and twist the throttle and have a blast on it because it's super metered, it's super spread out, but there's a lot there. So you get that feeling of fast, but you can still use it. So great motor on this, great suspension. For 2019, they actually redid the frame on the 450RX and the 450R and redid the swing arm. So it's not as rigid as it was in the years past. These bikes come stock with awesome Dirt Star black rims that look great on this bike. New for 2019, they went to a Renthal Fatbar as opposed to the old Renthal 7/8 bars. So with these Fat bars, they're 1 1/8 and they won't bend as easy as the 7/8. I'm a little bit of a bar bender, and so every time I tipped over with 7/8, I had a tendency to tweak them. Not so much with the 1 1/8 bar. But the 450RX is going to be an awesome option for you riders that, again, you want a track-focused bike, but you don't need the track-focused suspension. It's got the R motor, R exhaust, the R suspension, the R frame, everything R, except just a few little things. Again, that 18-inch rear wheel, kickstand, bigger tank, a little softer suspension settings. Come check this thing out. Throw a leg over this thing. You'd love the new Honda. And we appreciate you watching these videos. Hit the button to subscribe, and we appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.